I moved to Toulouse after my undergrad in Bocconi University. I started with an M2 on econometrics and mathematics and then went on with a PhD. Finally, 6 years ago, I joined the Banque de France in my current job. I'm an applied microeconomist. It means that basically I work on data to understand the behavior of individuals or firms. What I learned in Toulouse is basically the rule of the games. So the game is a special game in a world which is magic and a bit weird. And it's the world of research. First of all, how do you do research? How do you write it? How do you communicate about it? And so there is where I learned the rules of the game. The other thing I learned in Toulouse is to work with other economists. And that is obviously something you absolutely need to be able to work on a project with somebody else. And so that was very useful, and I'm still in contact with some of them. When we go to classes, we are used, there is microeconomics, there is macroeconomics, there is labor, there is development, and we tend to think about them as separate things. When then you work as an economist, you realize it's only one thing, it's different perspectives, different angles, and I think working in Banque de France helped me a lot in that, because as I'm trained as a microeconomist, and the Banque de France is rather a macroeconomic institution, and I ended up understanding that what I do all day long, studying a big data set of prices, etc., it actually feeds the macroeconomic debate, and actually it's just two ways of looking at the same things. TSC is great for that, because when you join, you find out in your class, well, there is a minority of French people, but actually there is a minority of everything. And so it's really an international context. So that's about countries, but also about from where people come in the sense of the training they have. There are rather different profiles. There are mathematicians, there are economists, there are political science people, and even different ages. There are very young people, and there are people who have already 10 or 15 years of experience, for instance, in a central bank. Okay, this is a question I can't quite answer, because I don't compete with business school students. People who finish their PhD usually will be a researcher for life. I chose to continue doing research. I don't have the competition of business school.